What's going on with PulseChain? Have you been hearing the rumors? A lot of information has been coming out today, friends, where Kraken might actually list PulseChain PLS. Now, earlier today, friends, there's now been 3 replies from the Kraken team regarding PulseChain replies. I've shown you earlier ones out here. Like, this is another one that you probably haven't seen yet from Mr. Pumperoni. Look at this. I would switch to Kraken support from Coinbase if they supported Pulse. They're replying to me, Maestro. It's so random as well, Mr. Pumperoni. I know you're just a random gentleman out there. Like, you're missing out on the highest value content in crypto because you're not subscribed to me, but that's okay. I mean, you have a cute little avatar here. It was just like an off-the-cuff, random 50-follower dude, Mr. Pumperoni. And then Kraken support comes out and says, you know what? You need some crack in your life. Here you go. Can't wait to have you with us. With the little octopus emoji. Mr. PulseBet, do it. Mr. Caliber, the first. Let's go, heck. So that's awesome, man. Yes, friends, there's more appearing. Friends, I know it's like, we thought it's initially blue balling. Like, you know, you go to a strip club, you're like, how much for a dance? They say, oh, just $6. Then you go in further and you're like, no, it's actually $406. And you're like, what? I didn't sign up for that. $406? I'm getting chipped. I'm out of here. Okay? That's what it felt like. But they might actually go through with this. Okay, I've actually made videos early in the day just to go through here with you, just to show you. But look at this, Kraken friends as well. The thing is, we were initially thinking, well, if you want to list the coin, don't you have to go buy all the supply? Not necessarily. They can just literally hook up a bot, an inventory, hook their market maker. They go, hey, go and market make for PulseChain, pretty much. And it just sources it from PulseChain exchange, PulseX. And then, yeah, they just charge a fee to the customers. There you go. So I think, like, you know, you get like 0.3%. If you're just getting it from PulseX, maybe that's what they do it a very basic one, and then they might just add a little fee on that. They might add an extra 0.2%. So their customers who are going to buy, they will pay that much. And you're probably saying, hey, but Sommi, the fees are quite a lot. No, they have a trick what they do. They change the price, right? So they don't tell you, oh, the fee's 0.5%. They give you a price, and they might say, oh, the fee's actually 0. But no, the first offer that you buy into is actually 0.2% higher than the market. So I'll just give you an example. This is what they do. And basically, that's why I'm just kind of showing you, like, they could just do all this and it doesn't have to be any problems with it. So what I'll do now in a very family-friendly way, go down to like the short-term PLS price chart. So if you want to buy PLS, you'll be paying like a 0.3% fee. So your effective price, you see that's 3,550. The price is 355,000,3541. If you want to go to 0.3% higher, it's 550. Okay, so it's pretty much here. See this tiny fee? This is it. See this 0.2%? Right, what they'll do is they might make that bigger. So if you want to buy PLS, you can't buy, say, 46s. Maybe they'll make you buy like 56s. Yeah, and there you go. You won't even tell, because people are like, huh? How many zeros? Is it 2 or 1 or 7 or 6? Well, how many digits are there? No one even knows. No one cares. And it's so volatile anyway, you don't really give a crap, right? Because the whole thing's 300% undervalued just based off the Pulse sacrifice break even. You know, so it's going to crank a lot higher. You don't really give a shit about that. But then they all make money. They just make money on the fees and everything on top of that. So it seems like more crack is coming, friends. I like personally, I'm not a crack dude, but like maybe I have to give it a shot now because like it's Kraken's coming out here, friends. Remember Kraken, the friendly octopus. Pulse PLS has to go up. Now, I want to reiterate to everybody as well, friends. What we'll do is we'll crank it up a bit. A listing of PLS is a listing where everyone on PulseChain wins. Everybody, okay? You're into Pokeballs? So am I. You're into cherry balls? So am I. Some of you are into hairy, sweaty balls. I'm not. But some of you, okay? You're also going to benefit, okay? Everything is bonded to Pulse PLS on the chain. And what has the biggest PLS liquidity? It's the PulseX to Pulse pair. I think it still is that. So that means to buy the Pulse or to sell through the inventory arbitrage bots from any centralized exchange, they have to go through the PulseX to Pulse pair. And guess what? That means more burning for PLSX. You see, that gets burned, and guess what? That's also bonded to ink. So then ink goes up, and guess what? Hex goes up because PLS is going up. The Poker Center goes up, ICOSA goes up, pDAI goes up, everything goes up, and everyone wins. Literally everybody wins. There's not a single person who loses with a Pulse PLS listing. Now, to avoid racism, friends, I'll show you as well the PulseX price chart. It's doing this nice little curl up. Remember, it's red weekly super trend, so hopefully we get to crank it up here. We are still 70% below sack price, but I think we're ready to go, man. Man, we were so ready to go, man. We were so ready to go, friends. Look what it would look like, dude. It was like, look at this cup and handle, man. This was Ethereum hit 4K. pDAI was 3.3 cents. We were so ready to go, then we got scammed. We got scammed, man. The business cycle ticked down, whatever it is. We know, friends, it's not the Trump and the tariff stuff. We know the real cause. The real cause is soy. So all the soy boys, they came in, they bought after Trump, and they thought they were going to get a fast 10x. So that's, remember I spoke about it a lot with others BTC. I just didn't think it would be that bad, man. We had no idea, but that's what happened, man. Like, they all came in after Trump. Look at that green monthly candle. And everybody thought they were going to get a fast 10x and they were going to leave. Do you remember, friends? And I said, look, man, there's a real problem, guys. Everybody wants a Jeet. Everyone. I remember I was calling everyone out. I go, you're all Jeets. I see you on Crypto Banter. I see on every single channel, I know you're all Jeets. You all want a fast 10x to leave. I go, you ain't going to get it. Now, I thought we were going to only give you a 2x or 3x and then go down, but we just literally went straight down. Market's got no mercy, bro. See that? It's got how cruel is it? It's like, oh man. So hopefully they are now rinsed out. They're all these sell-in May and go away people. Okay, so hopefully we get to push on through. Now, Hex from Ethereum has been a talk of the town today. It's starting to make its way up. Just look, friends, you can do what you want. Non-financial advice. The whole damn thing is cheap. Everything's way too cheap. Earn anything. I own all the calls. Maybe you can play around, mess around with some ratios. Maybe you toggle a bit of higher hex ratio. Maybe you want a bit of more PulseX. Maybe you just stack and Pulse because no one really talks about Pulse. And maybe as Ethereum gains strength, Pulse goes up. Just like, you're in the ecosystem, dude. Like, we're all going to win pretty much with a PLS listing. Hopefully Kraken delivers the crack. I've got some spooky stuff to go through here with you as well, man. So apparently, friends, obviously, this is related to pDAI. Some spooky stuff is happening once again. So, on PulseX, Witched, we forked Curve StableSwap. Okay, so if you go here to trade, okay, see how there's I think there's somewhere here. See that you can exchange, right? And if you click on the info section, see how there's stable? See stable? So stable, friends, there are 3, okay? They're all cuck coins. You've got eDAI, USDC, and USDT, okay? All of them are cuck bucks. You see that? Their price is $1, they can't pump. Now, the whole point of this is because they're stables, they want to make it really cheap for you to swap between stable coins, okay? Paying 0.3%, that's a lot of money if you're trying to move $1 million. Okay, it's very expensive. So with this one, they get it down to like 0.01%, like 1/30th, because these stable coins are all meant to trade at $1 anyway. Now, here's the thing. These are all stable coins, okay? Someone out there, I don't know where these transactions come from. Maybe you guys can dig it. Shout out to Mr. Daddy Wick. Well, friends, you see these transactions? Okay. You see these transactions? They have been swapping pStableLP. All right, look at this. Deposited 1,000 DAI. They got pDAI, pUSDC, TT. See that? 1,000 of each. See? So basically, someone out there, I don't know exactly which addresses and stuff out here, but they're testing the P token stable swaps. Oh my gosh. That's huge. Okay, if this is like, you gotta imagine, if Reds, look, how do I say this? If Witched, if he actually puts the P token stable swap onto PulseX, it's basically confirming he's an operator behind pDAI somewhere, but he's probably gonna put a FUD narrative with it. That's what I'm just guessing. Because in my opinion, because basically he's putting P tokens, which he called scams, pretty much trash, a month ago. He's putting them on the PulseX website, and it will let you swap between them. Remember, the whole goal is for them to kind of be 1-1-1 and get to $1. And remember, PulseX Exchange already has a stable swap. Okay, so someone's doing this stuff out here. It's turbo bullish. Now, in my opinion, what would happen is this pretty much means pDAI should be towards 1 or 2 cents during this time. However, you might say, oh, Sommi, does that mean we go to $1? Not necessarily. All right, because you still need the missing link, okay? What about the Ethereum collateral? What about everything else? What about a Chopa being built out? Maybe all these other things got to get built out. We don't have all the key missing pieces yet. And we might get a nice FUD narrative that comes along with it. In terms of, like, I'll just give you an example. So how is Richard going to put this on the PulseX website and still tell people, if it actually happens, right? And still tell people he doesn't actually support it. And then it's simple. It'd be like, he could basically do some sort of like semi-capitulation where he's like, look, okay, a lot of people are getting scammed through this stupid pDAI and these P tokens that are very stupid and have middlemen. And very, very stupid. But what they can do now is we can now provide a platform for people to go and make money off their stupidity. So now we have the P tokens. While they're doing volume, at least you can go provide liquidity if you want and make money off their fees. You know what I mean? So you put in money and then do that. And that's a nice way, I guess, to bridge in the fact that, oh, I'm putting it on the website, but I really don't want to. Okay? That's one thing to look out for. That's why I said, like, because you got to think about, like, hey, if you're putting it on the website, you're like, bro, that's bullish as hell. You're literally just accepting it into your heart. How are you going to tell everybody it's trash? And I go, oh, it's a nice story to tell everybody. They're like, no, he doesn't support it. He's just saying you're stupid and he wants free money to be made from his clients and customers and people on the chain, you know? And that's with yada, 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 everyone talking about it. I'm like, yes, sure, bro. Okay, why didn't he put a liquid loans page on the? Why didn't he put a Coast page on there? Why didn't he put this? Why didn't he put an XUSD page or anything else on it? You see what I mean? So there would be no answer for that, and then everybody would go back into the shadows. We'll see. Also, more stuff out here. Maybe PulseChain Maker Resurrection. So friends, remember, thank you to Mr. Pulse.win. Remember, there's a new forked pMaker front end. Okay, it's live now. Just be careful, friends. Don't interact with any of these. Don't. I don't know who the hell's doing this stuff. If it's meant to be the new path, whisperers will come and they will guide us, friends. Literally, the spirits, the angels come down and they'll point you in the right direction with the heavenly arrows, okay? They'll gently tell everybody that. Don't be the first to jump in this guinea pig because it could be all a scam, man. It could be someone just pretending to be like, oh, I'm part of the PulseChain pioneers, and they just rug you, okay? There's no free money anyway, okay? We're here to progress the story, but you don't have to go play with everything, all right? Just play with your own willy if you want, okay? For those interested in taking a closer look, the GitLab is here. It appears that Pi is being updated to DAI. So this is they actually renamed pAI to DAI, all right, which is in the code. So they give Mr. Pulse.win. So you have Mr. Junebugger's here. How can not a single day pass without something brewing? I know, man, I know. And here we have a funny comment from Liquid Degen. Eat shit, Sommi, you maggot. Look, bro, here's the thing, man. It was funny, but you're taking time from everybody else now, okay? So I do get a kick out of reading stuff like that. It is funny, but time's scarce, man. Time's scarce. Also, shout out to my friend Coexistence Steven as well. He's talking about the pStableSwaps. This is something I speculated on a while ago. What is the source of this, Sommi? Who made it? But we have all these. Yeah, so I don't know. You got to remember, I'm finding. I don't want to spoil stuff here for you, friends, but like. Just look, let's just say, actually, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. You got to believe. You got to believe. And I will be pegging my nipples as a sign of believing and friendship. By the way, man, if we just get that, we need one big listing, friends. Just one exchange listing to confirm friendship. And then it's good to go. Yeah, it's good to go. Because then it's so easy to pressure anyone else. Go, hey, look at the money they're making. They didn't even buy the coin. They just provide a conduit route. They're just getting it off the exchange. And it's true, though. It's true that you don't need them to buy the coins. They just hook up bots. So, like, when they buy in the exchange, their bot goes and just buys off the DEX, and they just give them the coins. You know, it's crazy. PulseChain is going to look really cheap when it's 5x above SAC price. The walls are closing in on Richard. Yeah, that was the SEC. And then, no, he can't keep getting away with it. This is the US judge dismisses SEC fraud. So obviously, Richard Hart defeated the SEC. Yeah, man. Honestly, friends, if you like, at least you take some sort of victory, man. It's just like, we don't care, bro. Friends, you know me. I don't give a crap if Donald Trump comes out and calls Richard Heart a scammer, I'll trade that for 10x above stack price. I don't give a crap, bro. Call it a scam all you want. I know you guys are terrible investors, not like everyone out there, and you guys are the crowd, so I'm going to fade this all day, you know, but we got a low price, but at least we have this like little victory chant, like, yay, we aren't in a scam, you know, which is very obvious now when the president's literally made a coin and he's got $440 million unlock for Trump token. And then 3 days earlier, before the unlock, he says the top 220 holders get a dinner lunch with me. But you never know, friends, with these dinners, what's going to happen? They're going to like roll out Donald Trump. He's got like an apple on his nuts. Like he's the dinner. You don't know what you're signing up for when it comes to this. Do you even get to talk to the dude? He's like, I like the crypto. Quite the dinner. Quite the crypto. Right? PulseChain still under sack price. 4 years later. Thank you, Mr. Hex Jam Hex. You know, breaks my heart even just to go through this because it's literally been 4 years, man. Well. Check it out as well. More spooky stuff. More spooky stuff. pDAI stuff out here. So someone, I don't know who this is. Someone made a pDAI.live website and there's a picture. pDAI Resurrection Prophecy. Now, I made that term. I made Resurrection Prophecy. Okay. You can even look it up. You can look up Resurrection Prophecy on YouTube. Yeah. Right here, if you click on videos or whatever and search, type in Resurrection Prophecy. So you have Resurrection Prophecy. Oh, man, this is great. So Resurrection Prophecy 4 days ago, 4 days ago. Look, it's 2 months ago. Resurrection Prophecy 5 months ago. So Resurrection Prophecy. So I've been talking about this for a year, friends, where I just think like, you know, 2025 will be the year, the resurrection. Someone's put a picture out here, but what did they put a picture of? Well, thank you, Mr. Scooter McGavin. The pDAI website is intriguing. That's wild, man. That's March 23rd. Okay, that's even more weird. It's that early, bro. March 23rd, friends. That was literally right as Richard Heart was fudding it. That's crazy. The website pdied.com. Okay, it has, and this is what I want you to know. See in the bottom right here, friends, if you zoom in, this is Richard Hart's extractor meme. So he made this meme, kind of famous. I should make more videos about this meme, and I've made a lot, but screw everybody. Who cares? Friends, literally Richard Hart posted this. pDAI, and it's capital D, and it's the path of the peg. Interesting. And do you want to know something else? There are 9 lowercase i's. 9i is the nickname of 9i Capital. We keep saying we're going to $1. It's crazy. Look at the bottom right. See this bottom right, that little star? If you zoom in, friends, it's actually the resurrection of Jesus, which I'll show you now. That's what it looks like zoomed in. You see that? That's the cross. Those are the 3 stars. This is Jesus on the crucifix. These are the 2. Is this Barbaros and the other dude? Okay, this is on the hill. Right? That's why resurrection. That's the picture, by the way. This is the picture. You know, I just showed you what's that. What is the actual resurrection prophecy? This. What's pDAI resurrection? They put this picture up. They just put that picture up. So if you, that's where it's come from. Well, I see at that point, they're really trying to mess with us now. Like, we're playing the game. What does it mean? What's coming next? I don't know. Shout out to Mr. Pooey as well. Liquidity deployment on PulseChain. Someone added liquidity involving DAI, USDC, USDT, resulting in issuance of pStable LP tokens. It involves millions, indicating a push to bootstrap a deep stablecoin liquidity pool, likely to help maintain parity or peg across stables. This is bullish for pDAI because more LP equals better peg stability and utility. It helps integrate pDAI into broader DeFi tools, swaps, lending, vaults. Users are depositing DAI, USDC, USDT in a shared pool and receiving pStable LP tokens. These LP tokens likely used in a share. So just to let you know, friends, by the way, all of that coupled with Maria's stream, Maria's stream, it was our audit. Remember our book, our audit. That's what it's called, our book, our audit. In terms of what it means, almost like we are the oracle, okay? By the way, Richard Hart has a fascination with that. And by the way, we all do. Friends, why MakerDAO is amazing is we make $1, but it's backed by crypto. Okay, so we are the Oracle. Yeah. What does that mean? Oracle is in like, tell me what the price is. Well, what we do is we put like a money pot in crypto, and so it's linked to the outside world. So if this deviates from the outside world price, someone takes up the arbitrage. So this is your reference point. That's what the whole point of the curve stability pools are, the liquidity pools. Because if this thing deviates too much, there are people coming and linking it together, right? If this thing trades at 90 cents when it's worth $1, someone comes in and buys it because they can go to the outside world. But this price, but it's up to people doing the outside world stuff, okay? But this thing doesn't need to directly rely on that. So that's why this thing is a beautiful system. I guess hopefully it works out and everything. But yes, if we do get PulseChain PLS listed, it's going to be great. Maybe we can continue the narrative and push beyond that as well. Remember, friends, we have the PulseX buy and burn still cranking along. I'll just show you. These are the 24-hour returns. It's up to 7.02% here of the buy and burn. We should see that like crank up even more, but you need more like volume and stuff. I think the real volume cranker will be leverage. All right. Not that you should ever do it, but it's when it obviously if Binance lists and then they allow perpetual swaps, that's going to be the cracker, because then you have people, all the bots, all of them gambling, they're trading PLS on leverage, and that's ratcheting up a lot of volume when they get liquidated both sides. That volume, they get with PulseChain and PulseX, that volume going back and forth, it's going to crank up the volume, the buy and burn even more. So it's been great that we got to witness this slowly over time, but hopefully it doesn't keep making us wait too long. So where to from here? Don't really know, but this is the p-hex to pulse ratio. It feels like, friends, this thing is going to range back. So what would make this come back down? It's PLS going strong. Okay, so this is p-hex to pulse. So if this thing goes up, p-hex is strong. This thing starts to go down, p-hex is weak. Weak to what? Pulse. I think, but Pulse might be linking to Ethereum. So it's going to be a while. But like I said, everyone wins with the PLS listing. Every single person. Of course, we love all the coins listed, but if you could just get that PLS listing over time, that'll be beautiful. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you the next one.